This is Shannon Emerson, and this is my presentation for ETM 520 on my 5 green technologies. I live in Elk Grove Village, which is a city just northwest of Chicago in Illinois. And of course, as everyone pretty much knows, it gets cold in the winter and it's very humid in the summer. So keep that in mind as I present my 5 technologies. I will be covering today solar-powered electronic faucet, the rooftop solar grid panel system, a wind turbine system at a company headquarters, HVAC heat pumps, and the village administrative building for Elk Grove Village. To start, my first technology is the Solus EAF 275 solar-powered faucet. It's manufactured by a Sloan Valve company, and they're located in Franklin Park, Illinois, which is close to my house. And the features are that it transforms artificial and natural light into electronic power. It comes with a 0.5 gallon per minute flow head, spray head, but it also has the option to change to 0.35, 1.0, 1.5, 2.2 gallon per minute spray heads, so you can vary your water efficiency. The solenoid, the sensor, and the microprocessor, all of the working components are located in the spray head, and the water turns on when it senses the hands are present, and it shuts off when it no longer senses the hands or after a 3-minute automatic shut-off time. There's a picture of it there. And what's neat about this technology is if you have young children who like to leave faucets running, or an office building where people might leave it running, this is ideal for that. Large offices, schools, hotel rooms, toothbrushing, it's a lot of waste water, and so this would be ideal in those situations. The cost for the unit is $710.40. I got some information from the manufacturer. Assuming an office building with employees working 270 days a year, a faucet that is used 150 times a day at 10-second intervals at the 0.5 gallon per minute flow head, a national average water rate of $6.33 per 1,000 gallons. Your total savings for the year would be $120, and so your payback period would be 5.9 years. My next technology is the solar grid module for rooftops. This is installed by a company located close to my home. The features are solar PV, or photovoltaic. Converts sunlight into electricity by changing the sun's rays to energy as they strike a module. So the sunlight hits the silicone wafers that releases electrons. Those electrons travel through wiring down to an inverter, which then goes to your meter. And then your electricity is generated and either used by the home or building, or flows back through your meter into the grid, and your energy utility company can credit you for generating that. So the typical cost of it, a solar grid system, is between $5,500 and $6,500 per kilowatt. And as you purchase more panels, that price per kilowatt, of course, drops. A typical 3 kilowatt system for the average home is 12 panels and would cost about $18,000. Kind of seems a bit much, but the state of Illinois offers a 30% incentive, as does the federal tax credit, which brings the total out-of-pocket expense all the way down to $7,200. The system generates 3,500 kilowatts for a total savings of $400 in the first year alone. And any excess electricity generated is credited, so the payback period for the system would be close to 10 years. This technology, the third technology, I'm very excited about. This, Chicago is known as the Windy City. And there is a company in Woodstock, Illinois, just northwest of Elk Grove Village, and about 20 to 30 miles northwest of Chicago, called Other World Computing, and their corporate headquarters is located in Woodstock. They are the first technology manufacturer and distributor in the U.S. to become 100% on-site, wind-powered, They won the LEED, which is the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design Platinum certification for in March 2010 by the Green Building Certification Institute. The Platinum is the highest achievable LEED award you can have, and their tower is 131 feet. The wind turbine is 131 feet high, and the blades extend that to 194. Now, the headquartered company, the wind turbine designed for this company was designed to produce power at wind speeds as low as 9 miles per hour because the average in that area is 10 to 15 miles per hour. The cost with the installation was $1.25 million. The return on investment is 100% and within 10 to 14 years, but lower because they generate enough electricity in 1 week to power the entire facility and their internet operations for the entire month. And so they're selling back a lot of energy, and they're getting credited for that. My fourth technology is the HVAC heat pump. Living in Chicago, winters are very cold, and having a very efficient, sustainable heat source or air conditioning source is very important. Most heat pumps are regulated by a programmable thermostat, and they provide heating or cooling, which is what the difference is between heat pumps and a furnace. Now, different units can be installed at different levels. So if you have a 2-story home, you install a smaller heat pump on your second level with the bedrooms, and your larger heat pump on your lower level where you spend the majority of your time, and that saves on energy as well. The only drawback to the heat pump living in Chicago is that the efficiency of the heat pump dips as the temperature outside reaches freezing. So they recommend during those cold months and freezing months to substitute your heating with like an oil-filled radiator. The efficiency difference between an older gas furnace and a heat pump, the older gas furnace efficiency is at about 65%. Newer units at about 80%, but a heat pump is 50% more than that. Heat pumps have a SEER rating, and SEER stands for Seasonal Energy Efficiency Rating, and a HSPF rating, which is Heating Seasonal Performance Factor. And so the SEER rating is for air conditioners, and the HSPF is for the the SEER rating is for the heat efficiency. 18 SEER unit provides cooling 35% savings more than a 13 SEER unit. And the typical 18 SEER HSPF 7 unit would run about $4,400. Payback is 4 to 6 years, very quickly. My final technology is the actual administrative and public safety building for the town of Elk Grove Village, where I live. There's a picture of it there. They were awarded in 2009, I believe, the LEED Gold certification. Not the highest, but still prestigious for the building of the building. So some of the projects leading to their award of this certification, 20,000 square feet of green roof were installed on the roof. And green roofing is just vegetation with drainage installed underneath it on the roof, and that keeps the cooling costs down in the summer by absorbing most of the heat and using that for the vegetation. 90%, the majority of the demolition material that was separated and recycled rather than dumped into a landfill. Glass surfaces were installed facing south to capture light and save on electricity. 72% of the materials were purchased from within 500 miles of the building, and that reduced on energy and transportation costs. Low water usage fixtures were installed, and that reduces their water usage and water utility bill by 41%. The furnishings that comply with Green Guard, and Green Guard is They certify based on stringent standards of low VOC emissions. And high performance lighting was installed that either shuts off when a room is not used or dims when it senses that a lot of sunlight is entering the room. The building project earned 41 out of 69 possible points, meeting the green criteria. The project cost $2 million, and the village will recoup that in 7 years, so by 2017. That's very quick. And there are my references. Thank you, everybody.